Many years ago, she was a shy Muslim girl and the daughter of an Imam. Her classmates laughed at her because she was different from the others. She had a difficult childhood, but one day her life changed completely. In the 90s, she became one of the most successful top models in the world. Her name is Yasmeen Ghauri. How did her incredible life turn out? Where is she now? And what does she look like now? Keep watching to find out. This is Wow Channel. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin! Yasmeen Ghauri was born in Canada in 1971 to a German mother and a Pakistani father. The girl was raised Muslim. Her father was an Imam, a priest in an Islamic mosque. This title is held by great theologians and religious authorities. The father of the future top model was the spiritual head of the Muslim community. This honorary post is usually held by a pious, well-educated Muslim of good repute. It is clear that the father raised his daughter in severity. He taught her to be humble and obedient. He never imagined that one day she would be photographed for Victoria's Secret in her underwear. Yasmeen Ghauri really grew up as a modest girl. As a teenager, she was awkward, too tall with brown skin. Yasmeen was different from her classmates. That's why they bullied her every day. When she walked down the school corridor, everyone laughed at her and pointed fingers at her. She was the only Muslim in her class. Nobody wanted to be friends with her. That's why the girl spent a lot of time studying. She went with her parents for the Islamic Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, when she was 12. But unfortunately today you will not find photos where Yasmeen is a teenager, because in those years she categorically refused to be photographed. The reason for this was children's complexes. Who would have thought that soon she would turn from an ugly duckling into one of the most beautiful women on the planet? When Yasmeen was 17 years old, she got a job at McDonald's restaurant. She had to combine study and work because the family lived in poverty. At that time she looked great, but she herself had no idea about her beauty. Soon she was discovered by Montreal hairdresser and artistic director of Platin Coiffure, Edward Zakaria. He saw a beautiful tall young girl on the street and immediately invited her to become a model. Yasmeen was confused at the beginning, but then she decided to accept his offer. Working as a model, she could earn money and get new opportunities that she could not even dream of. But when she told her parents about it, they were categorically against it, because a Muslim woman should be modest and completely cover her body. The girl's father was afraid that she would lead a dissolute life, use illegal substances, and become a shame to the family. Yasmeen could not convince her father, so she had to run away from home and start a modeling career against the will of her father. Already in her youth, she was too brave and strong-willed. Yasmeen Ghauri began her modeling career in Paris and Milan in the late 80s. In 1990, she went to New York. Here, she was noticed by fashion critics and labels alike. In just a couple of years, she achieved incredible success and became one of the best top models in the world. The New York Times described her runaway walk as a ball-bearing swivel on her hips. Her appearance prompted part of what is now termed in fashion the Canadian invasion. Yasmeen Ghauri has completely changed the world of fashion. She became the first Muslim woman among the world's top models. Before her appearance, designers usually invited only fair-haired, blue-eyed women to the podium. European features dominated the high fashion scene at that time. At first, she was different from other models, but no one laughed at her. Everyone was delighted with her unusual ethnic beauty. She was called one of the most beautiful women in the world. She also was the first South Asian woman to land a luxury beauty contract, to become a Victoria's Secret angel, and to appear on the cover of Vogue. Since then, everything has changed in the world of high fashion. Women of different appearances, nationalities, and religions appeared on the catwalks and on the covers of magazines. Yasmeen Ghauri was not only celebrated and remembered for her iconic walk, but also for her remarkable break into high-end brands like Dior, Hermes, Chanel, Anne Klein, and Versace. French fashion photographer Patrick de Marchelier called her his favorite subject for many editions of Vogue and Elle. She had to go out in public in underwear and a swimsuit. She exposed her body and looked very confident, but she always behaved with dignity. She was never seen at parties with alcohol and illegal substances. Yasmeen didn't like to talk about her personal life and rarely gave interviews. She has never been involved in scandals. Despite her profession, she was modest and mysterious. Yasmeen was a real star in the 90s. She quickly appeared and also quickly disappeared. Ghauri retired in 1997, only at 27 years, right after her last Victoria's Secret fashion show. She left almost at the peak of her career. And what was the reason? The fact is that Yasmeen Ghauri never liked to be in public. She wanted to keep her personal life a secret. Working as a model gave her many opportunities. She traveled a lot, earned enough money, but one day she wanted to live like an ordinary woman. She met a man with whom she decided to create a family. A modeling career and constant travel around the world could interfere with a new life. Yasmeen decided to continue her education and get a new profession. She interested in economics and law. She understood that a modeling career could not be long. Of course, many models go on the podium even at 60 years old, but the fashion industry is constantly in need of new types and faces. Therefore, she saw no reason to remain a model. Since then, Yasmeen has led a closed life. It is very difficult to find her photos on the internet. There are only a few pictures of her. Today, Yasmeen Ghauri is 51 years old. The first wrinkles appeared on her face, but she still looks beautiful and elegant. She has been married to a lawyer, Ralph Bernstein, for many years. The couple have 2 children, daughter Maya and son Victor. The family lives in Bedford, New York. Yasmeen rarely appears in public, does not give interviews, does not lead social networks. She is often offered to step on the podium again, but she always refuses. Apparently she likes the simple life. Now she is just a wife and mother. She has always had a difficult relationship with her father, but now we can say with certainty that she never dishonored him, because despite her profession she lived with dignity. People all over the world still admire her beauty and manners and remember her as one of the best top models of the 90s. If in her youth she had fulfilled the will of her father, then no one would have ever known about her. Yasmeen Ghauri has always made the difficult decisions herself in her life, and for that many people respect her. And how do you think children should obey the will of their parents? Or is it better to decide how to live on their own? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts with me, to click like and to subscribe. See you next time.